Hey, sports bettors, happy Friday, April 19th. My name is Boyd. I teach beginner and struggling sports bettors how to use data driven analytics and a very consistent positive EV strategy in order to sustain income, whether it's small, large, or everything in between. Help people learn how to bet. That's what I do. And that's what the channel is all about. It's helping people understand how to use positive EV, how to use data driven insights, and the tools to find value, which is what it's really all about, is finding value in sports betting. So if you're new to the channel, on Monday through Friday, what I do is in the mornings, I'm in the Denver market, get up in the morning and I identify several bets using several tools at OddsJam. So what we'll do is we'll go through the positive expected value page, show you how OddsJam helps you identify and find a lot of good opportunities there, and I mean a lot. We'll also go through the low hold page, which there's, again, a ton more opportunities there. And also we'll go through the odds screen and show you how to identify and find and hunt for good positive EV bets in that section of the site. So there's a ton of tools and a ton of information that we're going to help you understand how to hunt and how to find positive EV bets that are going to make money consistently mathematically. This is all about helping the beginning sports bettor, the sports bettor that's maybe just getting started or struggled for a long, long time and really wants to make a go at making money at this profitably, because it is definitely something you can do when you have the right tools, you have the right education, which is what I do. As a consultant, as an instructor, for OddsJam, with OddsJam, I help people come up with a betting plan, a profit plan. And at the website, we go through and set up a time where we can meet one-on-one. We talk about, your scenario, where you're located, what you've done, what you'd like to do, where you want to go with your goals. And it's set up just as if you were an options trader or a stock trader, and you're doing this to create extra income at whatever scale. And that's what we do as an individual. Everyone's in a different situation relative to their goals and their abilities and their time, etc. So that's what I do. So if you're interested in that, again, I have the links down below. Happy to talk to you about your scenario to help you get that started. Okay, guys, here we are at the positive EV page, and you can see here a 3.22% edge here initially in this pricing of the market, and the rebounds, assists with some bonus over at Bet365 at plus 105. Open this up, and you can see Bet Online, who I like to use as player prop, is at minus 127. Let's open up their charts. They had a nice nosedive and a good momentum from the minus 110 all the way down 17 cents. That's a nice movement. It's 15, above a 15-cent movement, which I like to see. And the FanDuel is also minus 140. They were kind of choppy, but then really hit the skids here down to the minus 140 as well. So I like that in that player prop market. Getting that at plus 105 at that 365. So that's 22 and a half. I think that's right on the borderline of the market price. And so I think getting plus money on that is not a bad thing. Probably not going to go too crazy. It's also correlating here with some of the total. Hit a little bit of this over 208, and price right now at 210. So you have to kind of do an options trade and buy that down out of the money. But the other one I've got going here right now is the under one run, first inning run at plus 125. Now this is going to be sort of a coin toss, but I'm getting plus 125 money as far as price. So clearly the best odds. Not really much movement on the price. It's only going from plus 110 to plus 111, so nothing really major there. Let's open up the other side of that. Again, very, very minor, but that's not going to be uncommon in this market. The first inning total runs in market is not going to be crazy. So we're going to hope that this stays under at that plus 125 money. Put a little bit on that, and you can see on the positive EV page has a ton of bets, a ton of options, and you're pitting Pinnacle, sharpest sportsbook in the world, versus outlying pricing and opening these up to see what you want to do for yourself in different markets. I don't play this odd even market. That's, to me, it's kind of silly, but I'll do the total points, player points, and go through each one of these and assess it. I'd rather see the calculations here initially on the odds making book versus a public book. I really don't want to have two public books set here. You can kind of compare prices to see what they're doing on this player prop. Or this mainline bet, and also what they're doing. So right now they're pretty flat, nothing going on. So I might leave this one alone for a while and come back to it a little bit later. That's how you would go through the initial swipe of the positive EV page. All right, guys, here we go on to the next tool of the low hold page. The low hold page is here on the left-hand side, and it's a unique, different scenario or strategy, I guess, and you're looking on your left-hand side here and you're saying, well, boy, it's all zeros, really, really low. That's not what I want. Well, actually, it is, and let me explain why. So 0% on the left-hand side is going to reflect the pricing variance or the pricing difference here on the right-hand side. So you have a public book, a non-sharp book, very non-sharp book at minus 120 and plus 19. So that difference there, that small difference is at 0.21%. Same thing here. If this was minus 110, plus 110, this would be dead nuts at 0. So just understand that that's the tiny amount of variance there. But the reason why I use this tool is because, as you can see here in this particular market, I get a market making sports book and a public book, and I can see that the best price and the best odds is at minus 120. Well, what's Pinnacle doing? What's Pinnacle up to? Also, what's Circa up to? Circa minus 135 here on this. Pinnacle minus 139 with a large price adjustment from the minus 110 when they opened up about 12 hours ago, 17 hours ago actually, all the way down to minus 139. So a huge move in price, huge adjustment in price down. So clearly they're taking a lot of sharp money on this bet, pushing the price that direction, hoping they get some action on this plus 119 up in here to fill that gap. Well, what we're going to do is ride that wave and actually go find the outlier pricing, and that's going to be at our good friends over here at MGM. So we're going to go ahead and hit that bet pretty hard on the under 1 run first inning total of the Brewers Cardinals. That's how you use the low hold tool, and you can see there's a ton of them here. I like to price things out with minus 110, minus 120, minus 130. I'll go all the way up to minus 150, plus 150. Once I get above that, I'm really not interested. But you can see there's a lot of bets here for you to analyze. A lot of bets that fit that criteria. You have all kinds of markets, all kinds of available wagers to go in here and assess. Another one on that Giants Diamondbacks, same concept on that bet. Let's take a look at their pricing. And again, Circa minus 141, Pinnacle minus 140. So this would be another first inning under that we would hit this Giants Diamondbacks game. Again, there's a lot of good bets in this tool, in this side of things, and using it to your advantage along with the positive EV page is just another one of the tools and another one of the stops. But you can see here a lot of good opportunity at those price points. Occasionally you'll see a plus 275, minus 275. That's something I'm not really interested in getting involved with. But my God, there is a ton of bets here that fit that criteria of, in that range to check pricing on. Of that, minus 150, plus 150, minus 110, plus 110, all these prices that I like to compare, because typically what's going to happen is you're going to have the market making sports books that say minus 130, minus 140, and you come back and pick off a minus 110 at a public book. So that is really the sweet spot in the gold mine of this low hold page. And again, I gave you a couple of bets that were in here, but you can see for me to give you one or two sort of a disservice, I'm going to go through and hit probably 20, 25 of these today easily, but that's how you use this tool. All right, and finally moved on to the odds screen. Now, OddsJam has the odds screen here of all the different sports in the upper left-hand corner here. You can pull down the various sports, NBA, whatever you're looking for, NHL, etc., whatever's going on at this particular time. Also, all the markets. You can see here the markets drop down, mainline markets, things like that. When you get into the particular sport, like we're going to pull up baseball here, get the MLB pulled up, you can pull up all the player prop markets and every single thing you need to find markets wise in the various sports. Now, this is yesterday's action. What I like to do is go through here initially to kind of go back and reflect a little bit and see what had happened, what kind of went on, what transpired, best prices, best odds as it kind of ended up at post time, and just see, maybe where I might be able to find some opportunities to learn from the charts and things that I saw yesterday that maybe, I can reflect and use upon today. And then I will flip it over to today's action with the calendar here and open it up to go to Friday, April 19th. And so here we go. I know this is kind of small to see, so I apologize, but I want to keep this right-hand side open so I can show you the charts relative to the timing of the market changes. And so we'll get into that here in a minute. So I'll start from top to bottom, just go from what's kind of happened first in the day. At 12:20, we have the Marlins and the Cubs going off. Here you can see the totals, the best odds totals, the run line. You have, if you just want to do money line, you can do that here. You can see the red popping up. That means there's a price change, and that price change 4 seconds ago, it was over 7.5, minus 106. Now it's minus 108. That little tick is telling you the direction that market is going. So the over in that Philadelphia White Sox game is gradually ticking potentially potentially going that route. So you'll see the price change also in the green, which you can see down here. It was plus 123, now it's plus 124. It just tells you and gives you an indicator that, hey, if you're on a particular team, on a particular side, the price could be changing gradually. So if you want to jump on something, you can jump on it early. I like to take a look here at the odds jam timing of the lines. And so, for example, let's pull up money line, and let's just show you how you can check the markets out. Okay, you can check the markets out on the calendar here. To the right hand side is going to show you how this market has went from minus 149 and it's cruised down to about minus 157. So these are times of about 18 hours ago, 16, 15. So when I first opened, and since it's opened, it's progressively gone that direction, driving the price up to the minus 157. You can also see it down below here. You can see the timeline and the ticks of how it's gone up. And you can identify it. Maybe you have some injury news coming in at a certain time in the morning, and maybe a lineup change, and all of a sudden the price changed. This will help you determine what's moving the line. Is it sharps? Is it injury news? Is it weather? Is it what's potentially changing as you correlate that with the timing of the day, and you can identify and see if there's value or not value. The computer's giving me my rogue runs. It just helps you, decide, do I want to wait? Do I want to jump in now while it's getting good? Then how can I go find the best outlier in pricing in this? How should I react? So using this odd screen, I use it constantly. If I'm not checking the positive EV page or the low hold page, I have this on 24/7 so I can watch and see what the market's doing in each one of the markets. And again, you can pull up player prop bets here. If you want to go check the strikeout markets of today's games, you can go here to the players props and pull up strikeouts. It's going to show you the player prop data for what's going on in the markets with that. And you can see, pricing wise, I like to use Bet Online as a true north. And if I got them over 144 and I have somebody else down at minus 110, you can bet your sweet ass I'm going to go hit that. Again, if you have Bet Online at minus 162 and you have some outlier messing around down here at minus 120, you can bet your sweet ass I'm going to go hit that. But again, you can use the odds jam perfect line here, as well as Bet Online with your player props, as well as Little Pinnacle and whoever else you trust, whether it's FanDuel or Caesars or whatever. But you can pick off a lot of great bets just going into the market and seeing it here. And again, here's a good example. Under 5.5 Spencer Turnbull. Bovada or BetOnline.ag's got this at minus 140. No chart action, but that's where they're priced at. And pretty much everyone else is. So these knuckleheads, which I'm going to go hit this bet right now. This is a odds jams at minus 119. Under 5.5 Spencer Turnbull. There you go. There's a pick. See what I'm saying? Tons of opportunity, and the sky's the limit using this tool. If you don't have this tool in your repertoire as you're betting, you really miss it out. All right, guys, there we are. Hopefully you got a lot of good information out of this. If you did, please make sure you give us a like and a share. It really helps the channel out a lot, and we'd like to know any insights or questions you might have. Leave them down below. I'll get back to you as quickly as I possibly can. And, Monday through Friday we do this. So if you have just kind of stumbled across this for today, make sure you join us Monday through Friday in the mornings. Late mornings is when I try to get all this out as soon as possible. I'm again in the Denver market, so I'll try to get the information out there as quickly as possible so that you have that to look at yourself, and also before prices change it if you want to get on some of these wagers for yourself. So hopefully you found a lot of good value. Appreciate you stopping by. Let's go make some mathematical money.